Hi students, um, let's start with today's class. We've covered roofs, walls so far, door windows are covered. We will look at slabs first. So slab tool is very simple. You just click on the slab tool here. There are a couple of options given here. First and foremost option that you need to change is change it from a composite to a single core first. So this is what will not allow you to change its thickness. So if it's a composite slab which comprises of more than one material, it will not allow you to change its thickness. So we need to first change it to single core, then we can change its thickness. There are a couple of drawing methods which are here. You can draw a square slab, you can draw a square at an angle. First you define the angle and then draw the square or a rectangle, or you can draw a polygonal slab shape. Okay, shift select and look at it in the 3D. Okay, if you want to draw walls quickly based on the slab, you will simply go to walls and use a magic wand on the slab and the walls will be drawn. Now the same thing can happen vice versa. If you have a wall of a particular geometry, you want to draw slab quickly based on its geometry, activate slab, use magic wand on the wall and the slab is drawn. Okay, you want to draw slab at a higher level, you've drawn it on the ground. If you want to draw it at a higher level, we have to first copy. There are two ways of doing it. You can simply right click on the ground floor like this and just say edit element by stories, and you can simply copy all of the geometry that you have on the ground floor on the first floor. So you want to copy from ground floor story to first floor story. I can make multiple copies also. I can make it I can copy it on the second story as well. Say OK. Now if you go to higher story, you would see copy of the wall and slab created, and also on the higher story to that. So you go to 3D, get to see the thing. But let's say for example we don't have walls on a higher story and we need to draw something on the first story. So we go on the first story. Now you need to see the profile of the ground floor so that you are able to draw walls on top of it. So how you do it is just simply right click on the ground floor and say show as trace reference. So then the geometry on the ground floor will be shown as a reference, and this is the button here which is called as trace. It's a toggle, so if you click on it, it's gone. If you click on it, it will come back on. Okay, so you can reference to any of the geometry. You can reference to a section, you can reference to elevations, anything, but in this case we want to reference to the ground floor. So you right click on the ground floor and say show as trace reference. Once that is done, you can start drawing on top of this. Did a mistake, so click on backspace once. So I think the method of drawing these walls, we have to select inside surface. Let me draw this again. And we'll cut it a little short of the lower geometry. Backspace again, it's not joining the edge properly. So we have a wall here and we want to draw a slab, so we go to slab again and then use a magic wand. The slab is drawn. So if you go to 3D now, you can see slabs are drawn on both the floors. Okay, so by default, if you add any more stories about this, if you add a story about this, story settings, so you go to here on and just insert, keep on inserting stories, and this height will decide at what height the slabs will be put. So this is now 3000. If you want to change it to 4000, change this to 5000. What would happen is the wall heights have increased, so the next slab that I am going to draw on the second story, I draw slab here. It's going to be drawn automatically at the story heights that we just now defined in story settings. So this slab is at a distance of 5 meters from the first story. So yes, that's about it in respect to drawing slabs in relation to stories, and how do you control the story settings, and based on this heights how slabs are drawn, right? Other way of drawing slabs would be, for example, you don't have this slabs and you want to simply copy this slab at a higher level. You may simply select on its edge or a corner, start moving it at a higher level, and just tap on control button, so it will create a copy there. So there's a ground floor slab, there's a first floor slab, you want to make one more copy at this level. Again you would start moving this the vertical axis, and as you're moving it along this vertical axis, you can tap on control again, hold shift, so that your movement is restricted to this reference. Simply you move your cursor to one of these edges, there you have drawn the other slab. Now you might want to shorten this slab by simply using the offset command, offset on one edge, and then you might have to edit its corners. So you can simply move this corners, move the node, place it in this corners. This is another way of drawing slabs in 3D. You want to give some overhangs equally on all the sides, you can simply use this button, just punch in a distance 1000, enter. You want to offset it only on one side, you can use this option and draw overhang on this side. This is clear. So we'll erase this out now and we'll do something else in relation to slabs. We'll draw some slabs vertically. Make some copies and show you another way of making vertical copies. And click on any one of its corners and use this option called as multiply. There are a lot of other options here. I can rotate, I can drag will drag it horizontally, rotate will rotate it horizontally. We want to make copies vertically, so we want to use a metric, elevate. So after using this option, there are a couple of 4 different options that you get under this. Increment and spread I'll show you all the 4 options. So increment and spread it will give you an increment and it will spread the copies. it will ask you to define the increment and then it will create copies. Let's see the other option, increment. So number of copies. The first option did not have number of copies. It just created 2 copies. So first copy was defined by visually by giving the increment, by defining the increment, and second copy was created based on the definition of the heights. The second option, it has an option to create number of stories, but again it's going to use the same option of defining an increment, defining a distance between the 2 slabs. So you define the increment first and then it will create 10 copies based on that increment. Okay. Third option is spread, where you are able to spread 10 copies. So let's see how this works. And there is a distance component here. So there are no number of copies component, but there is this distance component. So if I make this as 3 meters, then I can simply spread it as many number of times and I can create as many number of copies, but it will take the distance that we defined as the constant. Fourth option is distribute, wherein you are able to define number of copies between the first point and the last point that you define, and there is no option to define a distance between the 2 adjacent slabs. So you create 10 copies, you define the first point and the last point, and then it will divide the entire distance between the first and the last slab, create 10 copies. Okay, once you create number of copies, you can do some commands all at once on all the slabs. Sometimes you are required to do same commands on all the slabs all at once. For example, you want to cut a hole into this slab. You have a staircase block in the center, let's assume, and you want to cut the slab in the center. So you will click on any one of its edge. How to activate modification command is basically to click on any one of these edges or points and then use this command for subtraction, and then you can just define any shape. You can define a rectangle. In this case it allowed us to define a rectangle because rectangle is selected here by default. If you want to define a polygonal area, you will have to select this and define the polygon. You can have any other shape also. Then it cuts a hole into all of the slabs. If you want to curve a particular edge of the slab, all the slabs, you can curve it by using the second option here. Then you want to change, maybe at alternate slabs you want to change its overhang. You can just select those slabs and change the overhangs. You want to fillet the corners, you can fillet the corners by giving a value. In this case I had selected only 4 slabs, so it has done those commands only for those 4. You can add an extra part to the slab. So select all the slabs. You want to add an extra geometry, just click on an edge, use this plus icon, and then again you can decide whether you want an extra part which is a square or a polygonal shape. While you go for a polygonal shape, you can define an extra shape and gets added to the slab all at once. Okay. I think this is pretty much it about slabs. One can change its material by going in here and changing any material that you wish to have. Might want to use different types of concrete here. So there is a concrete block here, concrete here, right? And if you double click on the settings, you can change a couple of other things. You can change its thickness, you can change the material again here. You can again decide on different surface materials. So this is the top surface, this is the edge surface, this is the bottom surface of the slab. If you want, you can highlight this, toggle this, and you want to use the same material, use this lock button, so you're able to use the same material for all these three surfaces, top, bottom and the sides. Or you want to have different properties to this, you can remove the toggle and give different values to different surfaces. But for now I'll just use one. So we'll go with concrete 4, say OK. Okay, so the material is assigned to this. By default it is put in a layer called structural bearing. Okay, this is the layer, so you can quickly change these layers right by clicking into this. So if you want to put it in, let's say, finish floor, or you have another layer by the name called slabs, which we don't have now, but I'll just show you. So go to layers by typing in Ctrl L, type in a new layer called slabs, say OK, say OK. Then you can simply change this layer of this to slabs. So now they will reside under slabs layer. Let's not go into this. Couple other settings, not really. These are the surfaces. Okay, so what we changed earlier, which is here, this is not the material that is assigned to 3D. This is the material which is assigned to orthographic projection. So if you look at the slab from top, in the top view, side view, elevations, this is how the material will look as per this properties. But in the 3D view, you want to make it look like something else. So you want to make it look like concrete 2, for example. So things are changing now, if you can notice. Just change this to some color and just show you how things are changing. Okay, so I think that's pretty much about the slabs, right?